Consideration of report of Steering Committee on Appropriations on Adjustments Appropriation Bill.
I now recognize the Chief Whip of the Majority Party.
Chair, we move that the report be adopted by this House, and thank you.
The motion is that the report be adopted. I now put the question since there are objections. Those in favor will say aye. Those against will say no.
Chair, the DA calls for division. Thank you.
A division having been called, the bells will be rung for 5 minutes.
Honourable Speaker, can I call for a division?
It has already been called. I'm not sure how you call for a division for a matter that relates to your department. Honourable Member Johnson, the House is in session. The earlier ruling still applies. Phones can be used when on silent, where you can either be texting or WhatsApping, but you can't take a call in the House. Can we please respect that rule? The fact that we have got minutes for the division, it does not mean the House has been adjourned. It's still in session. Thank you. Order, honourable members. Close the doors. Order. Order, honourable members. A division having been called. Order. Order, members, can you please close the door? Can you please close the door?
Order, House Chair. The Honourable Dlamini-Zuma has come in once the doors were closed, as that member has there.
Order.
And Mr. and the
Honourable members. Order. 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 Honourable Mabe, can you take your seats? Order, honourable members. Honourable members, I've asked that you be seated. I had given 5 minutes for the bells to be rung, and I asked that the doors be closed. And honourable members, I think let's be respectful. There are members who came after the bells had stopped running. Order. Order, honourable members. Order, honourable members. Honourable members. Order. There are 2 members I observed. No, who is the 4th one? Order. Order. Honourable members. Order. Can I just ask the NA table to just assist me so that we can proceed with the process?
Order, House Chair.
Order,
House Chair.
honorable members, no. Order. Can you take your seat? I've recognized the Chief Whip of the majority party.
Thank you very much, House Chair. House Chair, you correctly said that the doors must be locked. Now, we then take it for granted that the doors would have been locked when you so instructed. Anybody who will be outside of the doors will not gain entry. You can't penalize people that should not have gained entry who are in here, because your officials outside should have ensured that nobody gains entry into this plenary. So maybe it's something that you should consider with those that are tasked with stopping anybody from getting in, particularly when we have so ordered that the doors must be locked.
Order.
House Chairperson.
Can I just respond on that, order, if you can
Then we
take a
come back
seat? Order, honorable members. That is why I said there are 2 members that I observed. I did not see the others as mentioned by other honorable members. Indeed, my consultation with the NA table, because our staff who are at the doors should have closed the doors in 5 minutes. Order, honorable members. Order. Can I allow Honorable Mnguni, who was first, and then I'll allow Stenezen, and I'll allow you. Yes, member?
Order. Thank you very much, Honorable House Chair. Like Chief Whip says, we abide by your rulings. But I would like to invite you, Honorable House Chair, ably supported by the table, to really apply your minds to the fact of the DA leaving while the doors were closed and pushing out at that point. Because they, in as much as members may not come in, they may also not walk out at that stage once the doors are closed. Thank you.
Order, Honorable Stenezen.
House Chair, I address you in terms of Rule 112 of the rules.
Yes.
The rules don't say anything about locking of doors. They say that the doors are barred, which means the doors are closed. After the door at the back had been closed, and it was clearly closed, as per your instruction, the Honourable Dlamini-Zuma, the Honourable Holomisa, the Honourable Motsoaledi, and the Honourable Chikunga forced open the door at the back and walked in. And that is not in terms of the rules. And if the rules must be applied, they must be applied to everybody equally.
Thank you, honorable member. Can you take your seat? I will come to you. I've recognized the member of the EFF.
Thanks, Chair. Chair must apply rules consistently. The reality is that you have seen members that came here after their bells have been rung. The reality is that the Minister of Health, he was there holding the door to allow his members to come in. So the point that I'm raising, it doesn't matter how you apply your mind, but we must be honest, we are adults here. The minister held the door so the members to come in. So the doors was long closed, but he allowed his members to come in, despite the fact that you have already finished ringing the bells. I'm being honest. So take your ruling and be as firm as possible. Don't be confused by the majority of the ANC. Thank you.
Thank
Honorable
you.
House Chair.
Order, honorable members, can I come back to you? As I said earlier, there are 2 members I observed coming in. And that is why I said I want to consult with the NA table, because I might have missed other members who came in after the time had lapsed. And it is those 2 members that I was going to ask not to exercise their voting rights. So allow me the time to ask the questions to the NA table whether, apart from the two members I observed coming in, there are any other members they observed. Order, honorable members, I saw there are so many members raising their hand. I've seen you. Can you just allow me 2 minutes to just talk to the NA table? Order.
House Chair, why is there, please may I address you?
Order, honorable members. I have, as indicated, consulted the table. The two members that... Okay, let me just explain. I've just asked the members here. We can either hold back this process and go and look at the cameras. The two members that I noted who came after the doors were closed were Honorable Dlamini-Zuma and Honorable Holomisa. Indeed, Honorable Mtswaledi was holding the door according to the members. So I may not know who came in or not. No, I'm just explaining what actually happened. Honorable Dlamini-Zuma would like to address me. Order.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't mind if you say I mustn't exercise my vote, but I did not open the door. I found the door open. I did not open the door. I found the door open. I didn't touch the door. So for anyone to say I came when the door was closed is wrong. I did not open the door. I never opened. I've been here for more than 18 years. I never push the door open. When I'm late and the door is closed, I stand outside. I know the rules of this house.
Thank you, honorable member. Indeed, that's the point I was saying, that I had asked the doors to be closed. And the point that Honorable Mthembu has raised, that we also need to deal with our own staff who did not close the door as they are supposed to. But there's another statement that has been made that Honorable Mtswaledi, even though he was already inside, he actually held back the door. Honorable Mtswaledi.
Yes, Chairperson. I came in long ago. I was standing by the door. Honorable Dlamini-Zuma is correct. She came in before the door was closed. The person for whom I held the door is Honorable Holomisa. I confess I did that, but not her. She came in on time because I was standing next to the door, and I apologize for that.
Order. Thank you very much. Honorable Dlamini-Zuma.
Ngiyabonga sitalo wendle ehloniphekileyo. Ngicela ngiphakama ngamaruza eprivilege. Uma iparty ekulendlu izobiza idivision, ama members akho kufanele ashiye indlu engakayibiza idivision. Ama-members e-DA afike abiza i-division. Kuthe mese ayibizile i-division kwayima besukuma bephuma behamba. Kuthe esephelile no 5 minutes usunike i-order yokuthi mayivalwe eminyango. Still baphusha umunyango baphuma. Ngisukumela nobakhawula.
Order, Chairperson.
Order, honorable member. Honorable members. Order, honorable members.
Chairperson.
Order. Order. Honorable members. Order, honorable members. Honorable Masego, and honorable member of the IFP. Can you please take your seat? Honorable members, clearly, order.
Hello?
Order, honorable members, can you take your seat? Clearly, we do have a challenge. Firstly, in terms of what happened in the process. With regards to wait, honorable members. Honorable members of the IFP and NFP, Honorable Sheikh Imam,
No,
can you please be in order?
I'm sorry, Chair. Sorry, he has done nothing.
No, can you please take your
He
seats?
has done nothing.
You don't know whether he did or did not. Honorable members.
Madam Chair, before may I rise on a point? This is important.
Okay.
I want to draw your attention to Rule 117. That talks about confusion or error concerning division. Now, I want to read it to you, Madam Chair, including members of this House, in order for you to make a proper decision. It says, if in the opinion of the presiding officer, there is confusion or an error concerning a division, the presiding officer may direct that another division must take place. Now, because there is a serious error, there is serious confusion, I'm therefore appealing to you to apply Rule 117. Thank you very much.
Order, honorable member.
Chairperson, may I address you?
Order.
Chair?
Yes,
May I
honorable
address
member.
you?
Yes, we can.
On Rule 117 and on a point of privilege. Rule 117, there's no confusion. We haven't even had the division yet, first of all, okay? On a point of privilege, it's not the DA's responsibility to ensure there's a quorum in the House. It's the ruling party's responsibility, not ours. You've got to make sure your members are here. And no DA member left the House once the doors were shut. No DA member, and you all know that. No DA member did. I was
Order,
watching.
honorable members.
So that's also another
Can
lie.
you take a seat?
Yeah.
Order, honorable members. The reason I actually made a point of, at the point at which I was about to rule, when honorable member raised that point of order, is precisely what we were reflecting on with the NA table. Let me explain. As I said earlier, a division was called. I asked for the bells to be rung for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I asked that the doors must be closed. Then, as I said, that I saw 2 members coming in, and I was going to rule before any point of order was made. Issue has arisen about how many people came in, and also what happened on the door, because honorable member said, yes, I came in, the door was open, so it wasn't closed. Honorable Mswaledi has agreed that, yes, he did open the door for Honorable Holomisa. The question is, the other 2 members that are being referred to as 4, I did not see. And with respect, yes, that's why I was saying I can suspend the House, we can look at the footage, we can move to the other, processes if members so wish. And I know we can, that's why I'm saying. And therefore, the 2 options, it's either we suspend the House for 10 minutes and go and look at the footage, or we actually apply Rule 117 and reopen the division.
Person, if I may address you. Chairperson, may I address you?
Yes, you may.
We would like to go with the first option that you've given the House, that you suspend the House and go look at the footage. It won't take longer than 10 minutes. And while that is happening, the doors must be locked so no other members can come into this House, please. Thank you very much.
Chief Whip of the Majority Party.
Chair, we would indeed go with your second option. Because as you would know, Chair, seated from this vantage point, when you had asked for the doors to be locked, there were members of the DA that were pushing that door to go out. Indeed, there is confusion. I could see them seated here. So there will be confusion. The best way of dealing with this confusion is just to reorder that the division be taken again. Be redone. Thank you.
Honorable Mente and then Honorable Singh.
Thank you, Sis Talk. There is no confusion. 117 will not be applying. Whoever came in, knowing very well that they were not supposed to be inside, must just leave the house quietly. That's the only option you have. Or you go with your first option, you go and view the footage, see who came in unauthorized to come in, and then you come back.
Honorable Singh.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Chairperson, if you suspend the House, it means all of us will leave and all of us will come in again. Right? And that should not be allowed. You have made a ruling that you saw 2 members enter after the door should have been barred. Those 2 members should be asked respectfully to leave the House, and we proceed with the division, whatever the result of the division is, and after that one can take a decision. But you have to ensure that the division proceeds. And we can't have options in terms of the rules. A rule is a rule. You're either in or you're out. You're pregnant or you're not pregnant. So I think, Chair, we would suggest that you proceed, ask the 2 members who you noticed, even though it's in contention whether it's 2 or 4, ask them to leave, and then we proceed with the division and we take it from there. Thank you.
House Chair.
Honourable Chair.
Yes, ACDP.
Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, in accordance with the previous speaker, you earlier indicated that you might ask those members that came in afterwards not to vote. But in terms of Rule 115, members must vote if they're in the House. So that is not an option. So that is why I would support the view that we continue now with the division. Thank you, Chair.
Honourable Killian.
Thank you, Honourable Chairperson. Chairperson, it is evident that the doors were not barred and that there were procedural problems. So my suggestion would be, Honourable Chairperson, that you have no other option but to restart the process, to ring the bells again so that we can start the process all over. If the procedural officers are allowing members to come in afterwards, those members cannot be blamed for entering the chamber. And therefore, our request would be, please ring the bells again and let us start the process to comply with the procedures of the House. Thank you.
Order, Honourable Hlengwa and Luzipo.
Very much, Honourable Chair.
Order, Honourable Members.
I would not want to delve into what happened at that door because I sit here and I saw what happened there. It's subject to... It's subject...
Order, Honourable Members.
That what I may have seen or not seen is subject to debate. What is not subject to debate, Chair, is that your ruling and determination is final. And from that, Chair, you have made a determination that 2 members came in. Then...
Order, Honourable Members. Honourable Mabe, can you allow the Chair to conduct the proceedings?
You made a determination that you observed 2 members. So we can give you here all our stories, but but the person who must make a decision is yourself. That's the first point. On the issue of procedural flaw and that it is the officers who let people in, that, let's be fair to the staff members. The Honorable Minister of Health has been bold and honest enough to say that he held the door open. So let us not fault the staff members. Thirdly, Chair, it would be a dereliction of duty if you place to the House options on a ruling. That is unprecedented. It can't be an either or. Present a ruling and then you speak to that. Because all of us here may have observed different things. So, okay, Chair, I request you that after all these inputs and on the determination that you made, that it was 2 members, that you first and foremost make a ruling before we give you all these stories. Thank you.
The last person who will speak on this matter is Honorable Luzipo.
No, thank you, Chair. I've got no intention to contest what people are arguing in the House. It depends what is it that each one of us said they've seen. My understanding is simple, is that we are no longer on the issue that erupted in the meeting. What, to me, I understand is that you have presented to the House 2 options that the House can consider. And if that is the case, I think the only way you can assist us as the House is how do we reach a determination on the option presented to us. And in my view, then it suggests that it is almost equivalent to having 2 motions in the House. Then can the House make a determination on how to arrive on the best or the majority view on the option presented to the House?
Order, honorable members. I've listened to the inputs from all members, and I take it that all of you made those inputs in the interest of helping to solve the challenge that arose. And I would like to make a ruling. As indicated, I would request the 2 members I saw not to exercise their vote and step outside so that we can vote, and they will then come in. Honorable Holomisa and Honorable Dlamini-Zuma. Order, honorable members. Order, I've made a ruling. I've made a ruling on the issue of Honorable Mtswaledi and his admission on what happened. That will be dealt with separately. It is not a matter for the voting at the moment.
No, I'm not contesting it.
Order, honorable members. The vote having been, a division having been called, I would like to remind members that they may only vote from their allocated seats. Order. When requested to do so, members must simply indicate their vote by pressing the appropriate button. If a member inadvertently presses the wrong button, the member may thereafter press the correct button. The last button pressed will be recorded as the member's vote when the voting session is closed by the chair. Order, honorable members. The question before the House is that the report of the Standing Committee on Appropriations on Adjustment Appropriation Bill be adopted. Are all members in their allocated seats? Voting will now commence. Those in favor of the report should press the yes button. Those against should press the no button. Those wishing to abstain should press the abstain button. Have all members voted? Voting is now closed. Order, honorable members. The results of the votes are as follows. Yes, 156, no, 9, and there was no abstention. The question is accordingly agreed to.
House Chairperson.
Order, Honourable Member, yes.
House Chairperson, I'd like to address you in terms of Rule 69 of the NA rules.
Order, Honourable Members. Order.
It's Rule
Yes.
69F, House Chairperson. Given the
Yes.
admission of Minister Motsoaledi this afternoon, I would ask that incident about the door is forwarded in terms of 69F to the Powers and Privileges Committee for an investigation.
Order, Honourable Members.
House Speaker.
Order, yes, Honourable Chief Whip.
House Chair, the Honourable Member, Honourable Motsoaledi, stood up in this House and apologized for what he had done. What he did apologize right here in the House. Now, what more do you want? You can't call that gross disorderly conduct. It can't be akin to gross disorderly conduct in this House, just holding a door. But he has apologized for that. And indeed, I will request, House Chair, that you take into account that the member has indeed apologized for his misdeed.
Order, Honourable Members. I will reflect on this matter and come back to the House. Order. Can the Secretary read?
Sorry, House Chair. May I ask with respect, I
On
abide by
which-
all your rulings, but in terms of the aspect that I reported, that you go back to the footage, when that door was closed, you have not ruled on it, when that door was closed, people moved out, and it is also not doing any good to the cause of parliamentary voting, that if a House Chair, you can come back to that, because it should not create a precedence either. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. A footage will be looked into. Secretary, can you please read the next order?